2 in the afternoon, gunshots ring out in this South Florida high school. Terrified students hiding in classrooms during the gunman's rampage. The shooter reportedly first pulled a fire alarm to get more students out of the classroom, maximizing potential victims.
At least 17 people were killed at a Florida high school in one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history.
Outside, chaos. Students streaming out of the building, some running, many with their hands on their heads, a sea of backpacks abandoned on the ground. Just before 4 p.m., the 19-year-old suspect, Nicholas Cruz, captured and taken into custody.
Nicholas Cruz.
School officials confirm the suspect, Nicholas Cruz, is a former student. The suspect made his first appearance at court Thursday and faces 17 counts of premeditated murder. He's being held without bond.
This is the 18th school shooting already this year. It is just mid-February.
这场景是否似曾相识？
People were getting shot all around me.
He proceeded to shoot everybody else in our class practically.
Kids were yelling, "Oh, I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding."
I don't know if the blood was coming from his head or his face exactly.
When the policemen came in to get us, he told us to close our eyes.
Over and over and over, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die.
一次又一次，这已经是1999年可伦拜高中枪击事件以来第12次大规模校园枪击。所谓大规模枪击的定义是不包含枪手本身有4人以上遭枪击致死，总统一个换过一个，然后呢？悲剧还是一再重演。光是这20年，就有149名孩子丧命。
Today we mourn for all of those who lost their lives. We comfort the grieving and the wounded.
请节哀顺变，还要说几次？我了解你的痛苦，你真的了解吗？
How do we allow a gunman to come into our children's school? How do they get through security? What security is there? There's no metal detectors. The gunman, a crazy person, just walks right into the school, knocks down the window of my child's door, and starts shooting her, and killing her. President Trump, you say, what can you do? You can stop the guns from getting into these children's hands. Put metal detectors at every entrance to the schools. What can you do? You can do a lot. This is not fair to our families that our children go to school and have to get killed. I just spent the last 2 hours putting the burial arrangements for my daughter's funeral, who's 14. President Trump, please do something.
悲痛且愤怒，但是他可能等不到行动，因为现在这位美国总统向来反对枪支管制。
Let us pray for healing and for peace, and let us come together as one nation.
President, why does this keep happening to America? Can you do something about guns?
President Trump did not mention gun laws when he addressed the nation today about the shooting.
纵使在2017年那场58人死亡、500多人受伤的赌城大屠杀之后，川普依然不提枪支管制。眼看又有17个破碎家庭，川普在枪击案6天后做出重大宣示。
And just a few moments ago, I signed a memorandum directing the Attorney General to propose regulations to ban all devices that turn legal weapons into machine guns.
The bump stock's deadly threat was witnessed in October when a gunman used them to rain down bullets on a crowd in Las Vegas, killing 58 people.
但是这次杀了17个人的不是撞火枪托，而是一把 AR-15 步枪。
The highly deadly military-inspired rifle has been the weapon used in several mass shootings, including ones in Las Vegas, Sandy Hook Elementary School, San Bernardino, and a movie theater in Aurora, Colorado.
And I don't understand why I could still go in a store and buy a weapon of war, an AR.
If you had a teacher who was adept at firearms, they could very well end the attack very quickly.
总之，发生枪击不是枪支的错， 那是谁的错？川普说是 FBI 的错。
Over a tweet he sent, very sad that the FBI missed all of the many signals sent out by the Florida school shooter. This is not acceptable. They are spending too much time trying to prove Russian collusion with the Trump campaign. There is no collusion.
川普还说是脑子有问题的人的错。
We are committed to working with state and local leaders to help secure our schools and tackle the difficult issue of mental health.
But we need to pay attention to the fact that this isn't just a mental health issue. He wouldn't have harmed that many students with a knife.
而共和党说都是前政府的错，但是这样吗
In January 2016, he announced he was bypassing Congress and taking executive action.
So the gun lobby may be holding Congress hostage right now, but they cannot hold America hostage.
The order expanded background checks and narrowed the gun show loophole.
Every time I think about those kids, it gets me mad.
He now has decided he's just going to write laws on his own, as if he's a king.
坏消息是，川普在2017年2月把这条命令给废了。
Well, it's a shame that the FBI isn't doing background checks on these mentally ill people. Well, duh! You took that opportunity away last year!
With almost 3 gun murders for every 100,000 people. That's 10 times the figure in Germany, almost 30 times that for the UK. In fact, it's only comparable to South American countries like Argentina. So is it the people as a whole who oppose change? Well, no. The latest opinion poll asked Americans if they supported stricter gun laws. 59% said yes. Asked if they supported requiring background checks, 95% said yes.
既然如此，枪支管制怎么就这么难呢？
Are we prepared to say that such violence visited on our children year after year after year is somehow the price of our freedom?
打着自由的旗号，背后只有一个理由。
The gun lobby, the NRA, spent $50 million on politics in 2016, the bulk of which, $31 million, went into backing Donald Trump's president.
$30 million! And divided by the number of gunshot victims in the United States in the 1.5 months in 2018 alone, that comes out to being $5,800. Is that how much these people are worth to you, Trump?
So he might have changed his mind on background checks, but the complete ban on the sale of assault weapons that those young protesters are asking for is not something this president or this Congress is going to enact.
Republican-controlled House. A short while ago, get this, lawmakers voted against even debating a bill that would talk about banning assault weapons.
You can see the students reacting to the nixing of that bill with what looks like sadness, shock, and just so much despair. They are from that Florida high school that endured last week's massacre.
不过这一次，他们不愿再沉默。
Shame on you! Shame on you!
Never again should a student be silenced by gunshots.
For the politicians, if you aren't with us, you're against us.
My friends and I, my community and I have stared down the barrel of an AR-15 the way you have not. How dare you tell us we don't know what we're talking about?
自己的命自己救，政治人物做不到，学生自己来。
And in the wake of the latest slaughter in Florida, a group of teenagers laid down in protest in front of the White House today.
I'm not here for a fight. I'm not here to argue with you. I just want to speak. I just want to see your face and know why.
The time for change wasn't now. The time for change was years ago.
The only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun.
They say a good guy with a gun stops a bad guy with a gun. We call BS. They say that tougher gun laws do not decrease gun violence. We call BS. As Australia had one mass shooting in 1999 and Port Arthur massacre introduced gun safety, and they haven't had one since. To every politician who is taking donations from the NRA, shame on you. What do we want? Gun control! And we want it now!
Are you for taking steps to save us, or are you for taking NRA blood money? We are not letting the United States be run by that terrorist organization.
So here's the time that we're going to talk about gun control. March 24th, we have the March for Our Lives. So students everywhere can beg for our lives.